Hi, hi, my name is Pascal and welcome to my channel. Thank you very much for clicking the link. I know you might have received this link from a friend or maybe I sent it to you, but before I just continue, can I just encourage you, please, if you don't mind, if you can do for me a favor, just click the link below. I think it's on this side or on this side. I'm not still sure. I'm still getting used to this YouTube business. And please, if you can click there and subscribe, that would be brilliant. That will be much appreciated. Right now, I've got a target of getting to 1,000 subscribers. So you're really here helping me out, and I'm grateful to that. But this one, I just thought let me take time to introduce what this channel is going to be about. At the moment, I've decided to do things that are close to my heart, things that I know about, things that I've got experience about, things that I know if I share might add value to some people, or and maybe you can learn a thing or two. And please feel free to engage with the videos, share your comments, share your thoughts, and I can also learn a thing or two, and we can take it from there. But some of the things I'm going to be sharing of is things like right now. It doesn't matter what part of this globe you're in. There is like a global financial crunch, and not to scaremonger, but things are tight. Inflation is rising all over the globe. Countries, doesn't matter which country you are in, things are tight, and people are feeling it. By the way, and I and and that's why I'm passionate about the money. One of the things I want to really also focus on is the money matters things. So I'll be sharing ideas and thoughts and things that I have learned, some that I have tried, and things that you perhaps it's just good for your consideration and you might implement. And some of them are just practical, but the key thing is it'll be practical things. I'm a very practical person by profession. My background is in engineering. I'm an electrical and electronical engineer, and I like things being simple, practical, and workable. Simple, practical, and workable. And I've got a background in IT, so I'm going to be sharing some ideas in IT. I've been in IT, in the IT sector for about 21 years. No, not 21, 15 years now. And I'm going to be sharing things on that line, and hopefully as well in that field, there are things that might help people who are thinking maybe pursue a career in IT. I'm going to be sharing things that I've learned and bits and bobs here. Another area that I'm passionate about is property. I've been involved in property development for the better part of about the last 20 years. So there are things I have learned over the years, and I'll be sharing some of the things that I've learned that can help you. You see, the thing about property is there are a lot of things which are hidden secrets in the trade. I'm talking about property. Maybe your system is shutting down. You're thinking, oh, I don't have money to buy a house and all that stuff. But you might be surprised. You might be surprised. So just watch out, and especially on those. There are some things I'm going to share that perhaps you could do it, and you can even start from where you are. So I'm going to share practical. And as I said, for those that know me, I'm a very practical guy. So things I'm going to share is practical that anybody can do. It's practical, keeping it simple. They'll be very simple, very straightforward. You can do. Money matters. I'll be talking about things like that. I'll be talking about one of the things I'm passionate about is an entrepreneurship. I'm going to be talking about suggesting things in line of entrepreneurship and how you can have what you call other streams of income apart from your main job, especially this time of the financial tightening and things are hardening. One of the things we need is to reduce our expenses. The first thing in a money market is reduce your expenses and increase your income. So I'll be sharing tips on how you can reduce your expenses. Again, practical. Keyword is practical. Simple, practical, applicable. And then I'll be sharing on thoughts on how, and I'll be giving some practical examples on how you can increase your income, without sacrificing your main job. That's also some things that I think you'll find interesting. I'll be sharing about one of my passions is cars. Just to just to give you a bit about it. When I was a young boy, and I think I was young, probably around 10 years thereabouts. Not even 10, 1980, maybe about 7 years old. I remember my dad had an uncle who was a mechanic, and he would come and he took our car, stripped it down, and everything was everywhere. And it fascinated me as a young boy when he put it together and the car ran again. And I think as a small boy, one of my things, I wanted to reach a place where I could also take a car engine, split it down, put it together. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to confirm in 2016 I was able to achieve that childhood goal. In 2016, yeah, I was able to do it. And I did a diploma in light vehicle maintenance and repairs. But believe you on me, I could take a car, put it down, build it together. I know it might not look that way, but I did that. And I just did it because at that time I was obviously, I was self-employed and had a lot of time, so I managed to work my time around. And I went to college, actually, got a diploma in it, so quite chuffed about that. But there are things it's just a passion that I have. They are, again, practical ideas that I can share that can save you money in terms of servicing, and I will share some of the trade secrets, and which can help you save hundreds of hundreds of quid, so save you, help you save quite a small fortune. Other things, some will be maybe might or might not interest you. I've just picked up a hobby in what do you call this, fishing. Fishing. I like outdoors. There's a lake not far from where I live, and I go there, have walks, watch the swans, the ducks, and feed them sometimes. And I love that. One of the things I noticed in that little lake of ours is that people camp by the lake and fish. So me being me, I got chatting with people, and I found it quite interesting. And now I've decided, you know what, I'll give it a go. Why not? And yeah, so that's interesting. So watch out for this space for that. I'll be sharing a bit about that. Another thing I'm passionate about is my faith. That's a very big part of who I am. I might be sharing things that I've learned and shown how my faith has even helped me in practical ways and in different ways. I'll share a bit about that. Another thing I'm passionate about is on the family side. My family, and particularly raising children, which I found interesting, which I found challenging. I've got 3 children. Please forgive my grammar. I've got 3 children. One is 21 years old. I adopted him when he was 16 years old, and that was challenging. Imagine just being, boom, teenage, and there are things I learned, like, for example, now I ask myself, if I was to go again, what would I do differently? What have I learned? And there's something I like in project management they call lessons learned. So I will share some of the lessons that I've learned that might help you if you have a 16-year-old or a teenager, and make it easier so you don't have to go through some of the things some of us have gone through. And I've got a preteen daughter. She's 11 turning 12 in the next few months. So that's also interesting. I've had the privilege of raising her from the time she was a baby. That is also interesting. I'll be sharing stuff that I've learned in parenting, and and I've got a 7-year-old as well. A 7-year-old son. That's, again, different challenges that comes, obviously raising boys and girls. There are different dynamics and things that I've learned. I'm going to share it, and it might be helpful to you. So stay tuned. I'm going to make it a lot easier. I'm going to be putting it in different columns. I'll put one for different sectors, so that the technical stuff will be technical, car stuff will be car stuff, money matters will be money matters, property stuff will be on the property stuff, the IT stuff will be on the IT stuff, and then hobbies and all other things, I'll put them in one as well. So it'll be easy for you to catalog. But before we go there, please just do me a favor. As I asked at the beginning, please, underneath the screen, please subscribe. Click the like button. When you click the like button, you engage with the video. It tells YouTube that maybe there's something worth watching here. And then subscribe and even hit the bell. Please, if you can do for me that, it takes less than a minute. In fact, it takes less than, ding, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. You've already liked the bite, you've already subscribed, liking, please do me that favor. And after you've done it, please, allow me just to to ask you to now take it to the other thing, because I've got a target of getting to 1,000 subscribers before the end of September, and I think it is doable. It can only be doable with your support. When you've finished, if you're at home, just turn to family members who have got YouTube thing, just send it to them and just ask them to like it. Please do me a favor, share it with 2 or 3 of your friends. And until then, please just watch out for this space. I'll be sharing other stuff as time goes on. But for now, thank you very much. Thank you for watching the video. But also, what other things you can do for me as well, if you've got time, comment on the section. Tell me how I can improve. As I said, this is my first video here. Tell me just suggestion, any tips you want, or any topics you might be interested in. Thank you very much. God bless. Have a nice day. Have a nice afternoon. Have a nice morning. Have a nice evening, depending on what part of the world you are. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.